It's Extreme Motorhead Garage, from working on monster and pulling trucks to headlight polishing. You can't get more extreme unless you count Dave working out.
I'm glad you got that out.
Nothing to it.
Hey, welcome to Motorhead Garage. Well, folks, what we're working on today is something you've seen a lot of on television. That is a monster truck. And boy, I'll tell you what, they take a beating, but it's a lot of fun to work on. They're really interesting. But this needs a little bit of service.
Well, this is Randy Moore's truck, and he's running every weekend. He does 30, 40 events a year. He's going to be with us this weekend, this coming weekend.
Yeah, at the Subway Auto Expo there.
Exactly.
In fact, Sam and I are going to be there, so come and see us.
And we're going to go ahead and do some maintenance on this. It's got a big SCS transfer case in it. It's bulletproof, doesn't require much service, but it's got a little bit of a leak.
Yeah, like everything else, you need to check stuff out, especially the beating that these things take. So what we've got is we've got it out. We're going to take a good look at it. We got a little seal leak we're going to fix so we can get Randy back on the road. So Sam, you're going to take that into the shop and get on it?
Absolutely.
All right. In the meantime, folks, I want you to show you what we have right here. Now, we got a real expert. We got Craig Sage here from SCS. And Craig is the guy that builds these, designs and builds these transfer cases. And I'll tell you, it is a beautiful piece of work that you have here.
Thank you.
But tell me about it now. These things, from what I hear, guys tell me they're virtually bulletproof.
Yes, they are. As long as the guys put oil in them, they're good to run.
They're good to run. But exactly what does this transfer case do? Because a lot of the folks out there are not going to be familiar with the fact that how this has to help build these monster trucks and tractor pullers and everything else.
What this transfer case is it's a quick change transfer case. So what it does is the power actually comes in through this gear set up top here.
There we go. There we have it.
Well, anyway, what we have is our quick change set here. So the power comes in from the motor on the input shaft here, comes to the quick change set. This quick change set allows the guys to adjust the gear ratio for the given track length, track conditions, whether they're racing or they're freestyling. And then the power goes from this quick change set to our lower set of gears in this case.
So you got a whole other set of gears underneath here.
Correct.
It goes down to here.
Right. This transfers the power from this shaft to the output shaft. So this shaft here will go both to the front differential and the rear differential on a continuous shaft.
So you could make these virtually however long you need to make it, depending on what type of a truck or a design that you're working on, right?
Yes, you can.
All right, now you're talking about quick change gears. You know, you guys have been around in racing for a long time with sprint cars and midgets and the late models and all that. A lot of you probably know what that means, but for those of you out there not sure, have heard this all the time, show us what the quick change does.
Basically what it allows the racer to do is take a set of gears, take them off the shafts, put another set of gears in place of this set of gears without much time. So that's affectionately called the quick change gear.
There you go. So you can get all different styles, ratios of gears. It's just like on your passenger car, if you're shifting from first gear to second gear. The same thing, that's what you're doing here, only this gear is locked in. To shift, you got to actually change these gears, right?
Correct. Yep.
Okay, so that's pretty nice to set up there. Now, I'd like to see the gears on the other side. Can we do that?
Yeah, we certainly can.
Okay, let me slide this over here, Craig, and put the shaft here so it doesn't roll off. Okay, so this is the inside of the transfer case. Tell me a little bit about it.
The inside of the transfer case, obviously, this is completely an SCS design. We build all the shafting, all the gears in-house to our heat treat specs, so it can transfer the power of these monster trucks. I mean, we've transferred over 3,000 horsepower, never had a failure in any of these transfer cases.
I can see that because you got some beefy gears in there, and these are straight cut in this particular case.
Correct.
And I noticed it's got a nice different surface on here that looks really nice. Now, I guess, you know, most times in a transfer case, like in an automotive application, more likely you'd have like a big chain drive in here, but that's not even an option for what we're doing here, is it?
That's correct. Most of your stock transfer cases that you get from your stock vehicle will have a chain drive in there, but when you get to the big power and the big tires, those chains fail. So that's where we come in. We build these gear-to-gear transfer cases. We have the smaller version over here, which is our 12.66 drop transfer case. This we use for your mud trucks, your tractor pulling trucks, This does have our helical cut gearing in there to quiet them down for street trucks that want to raise them up and not have the drive shaft angle problems. This transfer case here fits that bill.
Now, the reason you got to have a transfer case like this is just what you said. You know, these guys get on the street, they raise these trucks up a long way, then you got a real problem with drive shaft angle. So what you're doing is you're able to drop that down so you can straighten out that angle a little bit better.
That is correct.
Makes a lot of sense. Now, the smaller transfer case is what they use in pulling trucks. We're going to show you what that's all about, plus some other products, right after the break. Stay with us.
ARP, the world leader in fastener technology, the fasteners of champions.
Do what we do. Use ARP fasteners.
They are the best in the business. I'll do nothing but ARP.
I go to ARP.
We don't take any chances, and that's why our equipment is ARP.
We use nothing but ARP to keep our ride tight and right.
We won 3 championships using ARP fasteners.
We use nothing but ARP.
You got to surround yourself with the best, and that's ARP. You have my word on that.
ARP, the world leader in fastener technology.
Since their creation, Americans have strived to make their cars their own. They've cut, chopped, slammed, hammered, welded, painted, and customized them. As Americans, we have the freedom to push the limits, the fortitude to change, to make good things great and great things better. For some, it's a hobby. For others, it's a passion. For Locar, it's an obsession.
Are you looking for weather stripping for your classic car or truck? Do you need replacement rubber parts for your street rod or restoration project? Steel Rubber Products supplies the highest quality restoration rubber parts for your classic, antique, or custom rod. From window and door weather stripping to a wide variety of roof rails, bumpers, and seals, Steel has the rubber parts you need for your restoration project. With great fit and authentic look, Steel Rubber Products has the rubber parts to help restore the car of your dreams. To find the parts you need, log on to steelrubber.com today or call Steel at 800-650-4482 for a free catalog.
TA and Petro Stopping Centers, where all highway travelers can refuel, replenish, and refresh with nationally branded gasoline. The cleanest restrooms on the highway. Over 365 quick service and full service restaurants. Fully stocked travel stores with everything from batteries to healthy snacks, even gifts and kids items. Industry leading truck repair, maintenance, and roadside assistance. Open 24 hours a day, all year long. It's why we've been voted best by professional drivers year after year.
Motorhead Garage, presented by Locar Performance Products, is being brought to you by ARP, the world leader in racing fastener technology. And by Alliance Coach, your choice for unparalleled service and value. And by Sinister Manufacturing Company.
And now while Dave's putting that transfer case back in, now that I've got it all sealed up, I'm playing with this little F-150 here. Look at this truck. It's got almost 3,000 horsepower, a blown motor in it. And of course, you know, this is one of those super modified four-wheel drive pulling trucks, and it's got all of SCS's stuff in it. So Craig, tell me about this gearbox here. Now this transfer case is a little bit smaller.
This is our 1266 drop transfer case we use in all of our pulling applications. This still is a quick change style case, so they can control the overall ratio of the truck with this transfer case for the different track conditions that they face.
What kind of power will this take?
This will take what you can throw at it. And 3,000 plus horsepower is not a problem for this transfer case.
That's amazing. And you make all your own gears. You do all this in-house. What other kind of gears do you make?
We also make a line of 6-spline midget gears for the USAC racer. We make a professional set of 10-spline quick change gears for your World Outlaws, dirt late model guys, and we make a Saturday night heavy set of quick change 10-spline gears for your, your Saturday night guys.
All right, now this is a pretty beefy axle with big splines, and what's that for?
This is actually for Randy Moore for the monster truck you were just seeing. This is an inner axle, and this is the outer axle that goes through the planetary. We make all kinds of billet axles for big applications.
You must have some serious machinery with making all those splines and all that stuff.
Yes, we do.
All right, now I can see this is obviously some kind of a transmission. This is your where your pilot bushing is in the end of the crankshaft, your clutch spline. Tell me about this.
This is our zero drag reverser. This reverser actually, when you shift into forwards, the only thing inside spinning is the shaft inside. When you shift into reverse, then you get a planetary reverse that's 2-to-1 to be able to back the vehicle up, and then we have a neutral position.
Okay, and what is this little guy right here?
We also have a clutch brake on the side here for when most tractor pulling applications run the slipper clutch, so they use this clutch brake then to be able to shift from forward to reverse and slow the
when those clutches get hot, they get real grabby and you can't get them in gear?
Correct.
Awesome. So, and how much power will that take?
That one there, we've actually used the same similar components in turbine-powered offshore racing boats, 5,000 plus horsepower.
Awesome. Now, you know, these guys at SCS, they make all kinds of stuff. One of the things you want to do with these trucks is keep these as light as possible so you can put as much weight in the weight box so they can keep get the traction applied in the rear, get the weight transfer. Look at the size of that hub. It's huge and it's very light. I mean, there's nothing to it. Now you make all of this, right?
Yes, we do. We make all this in-house. It's a military front hub for this pulling application here. It uses a disc brake, just rotating weight and weight for the weight box.
Sure, you keep the unsprung weight down. And of course, look at this bracket. To show you how they concentrate keeping these trucks light, got a little demonstration here. Davey, show us here what you got.
How about that?
That's pretty amazing, isn't it?
This is how I do my exercises in the morning.
Yeah, I know you do. So what you have here is keep it as light as you can in the back. When they're hooked on, that makes them squat down in the back so they can pull a heavy sled. And if you ever break a chain and this thing takes off, you know what happens to these trucks? They want to stand on their nose.
Oh, yeah.
So all of this stuff is real important. This is some pretty good stuff, man.
Craig, thank you so much for stopping by and showing us all your products here. This is amazing. I've never seen any of this kind of stuff that comes out of a monster truck, and this is interesting to see what the technology is that they use in this.
Yeah, you brought these guys a long way, haven't you?
Yes, we have. We've been doing it since 1979. We design everything in-house. We do a lot of custom projects for a lot of different applications that are out there.
So if I want to make an extreme monster truck of some crazy thing, you could make me a transfer case for it, right?
Absolutely.
That's great.
That's amazing.
Well, awesome. Thanks for the education. I appreciate it.
Anyway, we got more coming here at Motorhead Garage, so stick around. Craig, thank you so much, man.
You pick this up?
Oh, it felt like the back of the truck.
The back of the truck weighs less than
Coming up, what's wrong with this picture? It certainly isn't clear to us.
Are you looking for weather stripping for your classic car or truck? Do you need replacement rubber parts for your street rod or restoration project? Steel Rubber Products supplies the highest quality restoration rubber parts for your classic, antique, or custom rod. From window and door weather stripping to a wide variety of roof rails, bumpers, and seals, Steel has the rubber parts you need for your restoration project. With great fit and authentic look, Steel Rubber Products has the rubber parts to help restore the car of your dreams. To find the parts you need, log on to steelrubber.com today or call Steel at 800-650-4482 for a free catalog.
TA and Petro Stopping Centers, where all highway travelers can refuel, replenish, and refresh with nationally branded gasoline. The cleanest restrooms on the highway. Over 365 quick service and full service restaurants. Fully stocked travel stores with everything from batteries to healthy snacks, even gifts and kids items. Industry leading truck repair, maintenance, and roadside assistance. Open 24 hours a day, all year long. It's why we've been voted best by professional drivers year after year.
Stage 8 designs and manufactures the world's best locking fasteners. Stage 8 locking fasteners are true mechanical locking systems that prevent even a single degree of loosening. Stage 8 has over 15 million locking fasteners installed in automotive and industrial applications without a single reported failure. Stage 8's technology has consistently delivered substantial increases in equipment dependability and safety while providing dramatic reductions in maintenance costs and equipment failures. Learn more now at stage8.com.
Kitmasters are the fan clutch experts. Kitmasters manufactures the highest quality remanufactured fan clutches and fan clutch rebuild kits for the heavy-duty and medium-duty truck markets. Kitmasters are also your supplier for new viscous fan clutches and fan blades. Kitmasters Gold Top Rebuild Kit is unmatched in ease of installation and durability. And with their new auto lock feature, you don't have to worry about your fan clutch wearing out on the road. Kitmasters, exceeding expectations with higher quality products and service.
You're watching Motorhead Garage from Borla Performance Industries in Johnson City, Tennessee. Remember to like Motorhead Garage TV on Facebook. Hey, welcome back to Motorhead Garage, folks. If you've got an older car like this, and a lot of us do, we're all going to be faced with one problem, and that is these headlights right here. They'll get all fogged up, they get pitted a little bit, and of course they kind of get a yellow tinge to them. And they'll reduce your visibility by about 50%, which is dangerous when you're driving.
Sure. When they get all fogged up like that, the bulb can't project the light down the road. It's a lot more dangerous at night. Look inside. If you can't see the bulb clearly, it can't get the light out.
Well, there's a cure for that. And of course, one of them is just replace the lens. But Sam, you know what that can cost you. That's a lot of money.
On a little import like this, you can spend $300 or $400 aside for each light bucket. If you get into exotic cars, $1,500 and up.
Exactly. Well, we've got a cure for that, and it's something you can do right there in your driveway. Only takes a little bit of time, and you can clear these things up to get at least almost 95% visibility out of these things, which is much, much better than 50%, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. For under 20 bucks, Quicks has got you covered with the Quicks repair system. It's a headlight lens restorer and a sealer. Not only will it bring it back to at least 95% of its original clarity, but you can seal it up, prevent it from yellowing again.
And the best part of it is, you don't need to have one of these things to grind on the lens. You can all do it by hand. Eliminate this drill.
Everything comes in the kit, everything you're going to need to do. But the first thing you got to do is...
Let's clean it off. You know, these lenses, they've got a lot of road film on here, dirt, bugs, whatever. You want to clean those off so you have a nice clean surface to work for, and then we can go ahead and tape it up.
Right, once you got it good and clean, get all the dirt off it, you can do as a sponge in a bucket or whatever. Clean the area around it too so your masking tape will stick. Okay, buddy, I'm ready to mask.
Okay. I think I have a love bug stuck on there. All right. Now what I've done here, folks, is Sam and I have gone ahead and we put masking tape all around the outside of the lens. This way we can protect the tape. Now we're going to get ready to go ahead and start to clean this up. But let's take a look and see what we got in the kit.
Kit comes complete with everything you need. You get polishing cloths, you get the special scratch remover and polishing paste. You get a little rubber block. It's a backup block, like a sanding block, that you can use behind the polishing cloth to help really get the thing to work. If you have some lenses that are really, really yellowed, you get an assortment of very fine sandpapers, 2,000, 3,000, and 5,000 grit. You can water sand it. And then, of course, you get the sealer, which when you're all done making it good, you can go ahead and fix it. Now, this one here is a little rougher. I'm going to go ahead and water sand it.
All right, now what I'm doing here is I've gone ahead and taken the scratch remover. I'm going to try to see how much I can get off of here without having to sand it. If it's a little rough, doesn't come up, then we can go ahead and water sand it. Now, the harder you push, the better it goes. And of course, the faster you work on it, the faster you get done, too.
Now you do the medium sandpaper vertically. This way you're not going to get any mist spots. All right, when you're done, you just wash it all off, take a polishing cloth and clean it. Look at that. You can see those bulbs. This will really project the light down the road. It looks good. This is an important part of any detail or restoration job, and it'll restore your nighttime safety.
It sure does. Now, what I had to do with mine, I had to do essentially the same thing Sam did, because I tried to take it down to see if it would work with just the polish, but it was worse than we thought, so I had to sand it down as well. But you can see it came out very nicely. Now, once you get it all cleaned off and polished out, then all you have to do is just take this lens sealer that comes in the kit, spray it on there, wipe it on, let it set up. Once it fogs in, wipe it off, and this is going to give you extra protection. So you can see this is a quick, easy, and inexpensive way to keep your headlight lens looking great. And you can find quicks at any of your automotive retailers. Well, Bud, I think we've got this one solved.
They're going to see a big difference at night when they drive down the road. It's going to make them a lot safer.
Sure is. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we got more here on Motorhead Garage, so stick around. Hey, on this week's Industry Update, we're featuring carpet from LMC Carpet. This is fantastic. If you're doing a restoration or you got carpet in your car that needs to be replaced, this is what you want to look for.
Sure, they have all the custom patterns for over 30,000 of them for cars from 1940 to present. And of course, they have all the different OEM's materials.
Exactly. They're cut specifically and precisely for your particular vehicle. They have all the material on there, all the original OE colors as well. Plus, you know, these are heavy duty. Show them underneath there, Sam.
Yeah, they've got a nice heavy rubber backing. They got 1/2 inch or 36-ounce jute. Gives you good floor, sound deadening. Then, of course, you got the heel pads. They meet or exceed OE specs.
And the nice thing about this, too, if you look, see, they're all custom molded for your particular car. That way, you have a perfect fit when you bolt them in.
Right.
So this is the way to go.
They're cut and sewn. They got loop pile. They got cut pile. Any of the textures you need, factory colors, and of course, you can get them pretty quickly by going online.
Exactly. All you do is go online, order them. They'll ship to you within 24 to 48 hours. What's easier than that?
That's right. Remember, lmcautocarpet.com. They're the largest online source for auto floor coverage.
Inland Truck Parts, serving the industry since 1944. Now with 27 locations, offering a full range of parts and services for trucks, trailers, farm, and oil field equipment. With in-house remanufacturing of transmissions, differentials, drive shafts, and more, Inland is your one-stop for quality parts and fast service. This employee-owned company carries a complete line of truck parts at all 27 locations and full-service truck repair at 20 locations. Inland Truck Parts Company, products and service you can rely on.
Diamond International has 16 locations in 4 states and should be your truck dealer of choice. With over 650 employees, including more than 250 factory certified technicians, Diamond offers accelerated service, which means less downtime for your truck. Diamond stocks a huge parts inventory to ensure the right part is available when needed. Through Ideal Lease, Diamond can also meet your lease and rental needs. Come experience a higher standard of value at Diamond International. Learn more now at diamondtrucks.com.
ARP, the world leader in fastener technology, the fasteners of champions.
Do what we do. Use ARP fasteners.
They are the best in the business. I'll do nothing but ARP.
I go to ARP.
We don't take any chances, and that's why our equipment is ARP.
We use nothing but ARP to keep our ride tight and right.
We won 3 championships using ARP fasteners.
We use nothing but ARP. You got to surround yourself with the best, and that's ARP. You have my word on that.
ARP, the world leader in fastener technology.
Since their creation, Americans have strived to make their cars their own. They've cut, chopped, slammed, hammered, welded, painted, and customized them. As Americans, we have the freedom to push the limits, the fortitude to change, to make good things great and great things better. For some, it's a hobby. For others, it's a passion. For Locar, it's an obsession.
Stage 8 designs and manufactures the world's best locking fasteners. Stage 8 locking fasteners are true mechanical locking systems that prevent even a single degree of loosening. Stage 8 has over 15 million locking fasteners installed in automotive and industrial applications without a single reported failure. Stage 8's technology has consistently delivered substantial increases in equipment dependability and safety while providing dramatic reductions in maintenance costs and equipment failures. Learn more now at stage8.com.
Motorhead Garage, presented by Low Car Performance Products, is being brought to you by Original Parts Group, world's largest source of GM A-body parts and accessories, and by Low Car Performance Products, quality, plain and simple. And by Lizard Skin Spray-On Insulation. Spray your way to a cooler, quieter ride.
We're featuring a problem solver for you. For you guys out there, it's got a 99 and 2003 Ford pickup with the 7.3-liter diesel engine in it. Does have a little problem with the fuel system, doesn't it, Sam?
You Power Stroke drivers know that inherently the Ford 7.3 will trap fuel in the fuel line ahead of the pump. It's got nowhere to go, goes into the pump puts it in the injectors. You got crackle, you got rough running, you got throttle sag or hesitation. There's a fix for that.
This is from Riff Raff. And this is a fuel bypass line, right?
It's a crossover line.
Crossover line.
Right.
And this is what it is. Bolt in, don't have to cut anything, just bolt it right in, and it can solve your problem.
Yeah, with Riff Raff Diesel Performance, they built this in America. It's high quality.
This is 6061 billet aluminum.
Right, the blockage. And these fuel lines, they have a working 3,000 PSI, a burst pressure of 12,000 PSI. And of course, you get the little kit with it. You got 3 springs. You can take your stock fuel pressure from stock all the way up to 72 PSI. They're all identified in the instructions. Got your Viton O-rings, your screws, thread sealant, do-it-yourself kit, everything you need to do the crossover.
All you have to do is get out a couple of tools in the afternoon and go to work.
Absolutely.
And you can solve it.
And you know what they say at Riff Raff Diesel Performance?
What's that?
Taking your truck from mundane to insane on a budget, and those guys do a great job.
There you go. Were you guys out there familiar with the Ford Coyote engine? This is the big 4-cam, 4-valve engine. They call it the TI-VCT engine. But one thing about it, in the first 6 months of production, what they did is they came out with header bolts that were 1.25 thread pitch on it.
Right.
Which is fine. But then they made a change later on and came out with bolts with a 1.50 thread pitch.
Convenient for all of us, right?
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, Stage 8 locking fasteners has the answer for that.
Sure. Now, they had the 1.25 millimeter locking header bolts, but now they've got the 1.5 millimeter per thread. These are 10 millimeter, 1.5, and I think they're 25 millimeters long. And they got a double hex on them. They're the same high quality, super stainless. They got a hex you can use a socket on it, an internal hex. You can use a 3/16 ball driver if you get on an angle to drive it to a tight spot, and then you torque it with a wrench.
And makes it a lot easier to install it. Plus, they also have the collector bolts as well. So get your header on there. You don't want your collectors to come loose.
No, absolutely. Stage 8's been locking down industrial stuff, eyeglasses. They've got everything you need to keep your fasteners in place.
So for more information about it, check them out at their website.
Inherently from the factory, that the bell rang, that's it, union time, I'm out of here. You know, the stock Ford system had a problem.